Hey guys, we are going into the revived Mana Fortress for an all mission clear, level 3. So no items, no continues, and fire units only. So there are 3 stages. It's Demon, Fairy, and then Demon again. We are going to go for a one shot with a friend Hyoh. I think Racken here had a decently geared Hyoh. I am going to go back through this for, well, more with a nerfed team with some budget units, just to do a longer clear that kind of goes through some of the mechanics of the fight. I mean, honestly, it's not that hard. I haven't really looked at the wiki. It's just mostly single target physical. I think some single target status ailments that can all be provoked. And the rest is either magic. I'm not sure if it's elemental. I know some of it's elemental. I think some might be non-elemental. And then some fixed attacks, but the budget team can handle that. So, anyway. So, yeah. This friend looks pretty well geared. So, max demon, max fairy, max LB. So, you can find a friend Hyoh, even one that's not as well geared, should be fine. So we really don't need an Esper on Ignis, but all fire units. Ignis just has some mana reduction and Magi Sherm for the killers. Lena, I geared Lena, you really don't have to, honestly. We're not getting weapon in peril, but it's kind of whatever. I don't know. She's max on everything. I'm only going to do one stage. All of the stages go exactly the same. You just switch the killer that Ignis is casting. Leftia, just mana reduction. And that's it. Tyvis, a lot of MP, and Call of the Wild, just for the 8 LB fill. Since this is like a dupe Tyvis I have, and I haven't really leveled him, his LB is still pretty expensive. Or he's not EX2, so he's not getting Warring Spirit. That's yeah. Call of the Wild has more to do with that than anything. But he also has I Wanted to Go With You. We don't need this. So just for some LB buff, a better LB buff than Leftia can get from her cooldown. I think it's like 200 on turn 1 of casting this. No, it's 150. So really not that big of a bump in LB damage from that. So if you want to, gear Tyvis for damage. If you have an EX2 Tyvis, you can use him to help with the damage. He can cap Hyoh's shifted LB. Vaughn, EX2, just here for breaks. I mean, I haven't done the math, but if you only have like an EX0 or EX1 Vaughn, you can just use oil and his break. I mean, oil's a bigger imperil than what his LB gives, but it's like 1% less defense break than what his LB does. So mine's only EX2, so we never use his SLB. And then of course the friend Hyoh. So and again, Tyvis is the leader. It's free for everyone. Lefty is free. Len is old. Ignis can be purchased, and Vaughn's pretty old. An alternative for Vaughn might be Abigail. I mean, she can do a weaker imperil and 87% defense break, so that's an option. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get into it. So yeah, I mean, this should be pretty straightforward just from looking at the gearing. So we're going to go into Demon Killer on the Hyoh. Tyvis is going to sing. Leftia is going to Flame Garden, Flammy Garden, whatever prayer for the people, and then just whatever. Lena can base form LB for the fields. Vaughn can LB for the breaks and imperil. And Hyoh can shift at LB. So we'll put up the field, break with Vaughn. Or actually, we'll break and imperil with Vaughn, then send Lena, then Hyoh after the fields are up. So, yeah. And if you want to, you can try to cap a Lena in Hyoh's chain. Well, it's only 3 stages. I guess we'll go ahead and finish it out. But yeah, just reload everyone. Ignis switch to Fairy Killer for Hyoh. And so, same thing for this turn. Just switch Ignis back over to these series. Thought I had him geared with enough mana. Can she restore mana? Well, you get the idea. So just gear Ignis with more mana and yeah, just cast Demon Killer on Hyoh. Do the same thing you did every other turn. So anyway, yeah, it's not too hard if you can find a friend Hyoh. I mean, I did that with my own Hyoh set as the leader, and I just used an EX0, I think, Galoof and Zaz, and didn't have anyone buffing killers, and one-shot it, so. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, the big things there are, you know, obviously a good leader skill, Hyoh, amp field, imperil field, buffs, LB buff, break, imperil, and an imbue on Hyoh. But we'll go in for a little slower clear, more of a budget thing with this party. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just do it. I'm going to cut the video and jump back in. I have a feeling the video is going to cut off if I just don't have a break in here. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so again, all Typhus and Leftia are free. Lena's old. Sisne's free. And BB Rem is basically free. You can EOC her and NBA her. So Sisney, just her own STMR. Tried to gear her for as much magic, demon, and fairy killer as I could. She's maxed on both, but only 275 LB. And kind of a budget chain cap up accessory. And just a whatever card. Rem, just a whatever card with flat stats. Her own STMR. Yada yada. 2 dual wield. She is at, let's see, max demon, max physical demon, 225 fairy. She's mostly chaining. She's not out doing her LB much. Or is she? I forget. It's been like a week and a half since I first played around with this fight. But yeah, just gear her as best as you can. Leftia, some mana reduction, preemptive break, passive provoke evade. She's getting some provoke from the shield there, from the So Cute, and from Tulian's card. Ailment resistance and full evasion. So there we go. Tyvus gave him his own TMR and STMR. So I kind of tried to nerf this one a little bit. He's only at 200 TDH. I know mine's EX3. So if you only have like an EX1 or EX0 or EX2, you know, his stats would be a little lower. So that's why we're not doing his LB. He's mostly just chaining. So 275 Demon, 275 Fairy, and 275 LB. But like I said, we're not doing his LB. And do we have chain cap up on him? Oh yeah, from this card. So there's that. Then Lena, whatever, flat stat. TDH build in the base form. So max Esper, max LB, and not maxed on Evo. But shift form, TDH build again. So 275 Demon, 75 Fairy, and her shift form is mostly for breaks. So yeah, she's a little hard to gear for TDH. And she doesn't get a leader skill anyway in the shift form. And yeah, that's the party. So we'll get into it. And like I said, it's been like a week and a half since I played with this team on this fight. I know I can, or this party can clear this fight. But I just don't remember the actions for it. So let's see what makes sense. So we will Shelga with Leftia, imbue fire, and do actually let's Shelga elemental power fire on Sisney and stat buff. Rem is going to, I guess we could have Shelga'd with her quad. Oh no, she doesn't have upgraded Shelga. Does she have Enfraga? No, she doesn't. So we can God, what is she doing? I guess she needs to imbue. Do a killer. It's a demon killer. Fire imbue. Decent fire, or just a fire in peril, and a mitigation. Live on, I think, is the general mit. Yeah. So live on. Sisney can LB. Tyvus can, he can triple bolting strike. Actually, let's do this. Bolting strike twice. Then his skill that, I think it's a modifier buff for himself. Then Lena can base form LB to put up fields. So we'll send Lena, then Rem, and then Tyvus and Sisney immediately after. Okay, so Tyvus, we're going to switch up his action order. We want him, I don't know, this will probably still break the chain. So we'll modifier and then bolting strike twice. So hopefully there's enough overlap here that Sisney caps. I guess we could have waited to send everyone after Lena, but it's fine. Okay. So not terrible there. Tyvus, what are we doing with you? I know Leftia, we probably want to imbue fire on everyone. Kurega. And yeah, we'll just Kurega a couple times. So Lena's just going to Let's see, fill her LB, and guess we can punch a couple times. Tyvis can just chain a few times. Sisney needs to, let's see, Mirage. We already have a Fire Imperil. But is this one better? No. It's only 120. Mirage, Bolting Strike, I guess, and Funeral Pyre Stance. Rem can. She can chain a little bit. Guess Bolting Strike a few times and then end with I'll Make You Proud. Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, so we will SLB Sisney. Tyvis can Bolting Strike 3 times to change with Sisney. Rem can SLB. Lena can Shifted LB to do better breaks. And Leftia can LB. So we'll send Leftia, then Lena, then Rem, and then the chainers. All right. So there we go. And now it's a little bit more of the same. So Leftia, we will go ahead and Elemental Power Fire on Sisney, stat buff on everyone, and Shelga. Rem can do, she can heal a little bit. Kiraja, actually we can wait on that. We'll just Bolting Strike. So Fire Imbue, Imperil buff, and we want mitigations. So we'll break with Leftia. Tyvis can Mirror of Equity a few times. Actually, I think Leftia will imbue everyone first. Stat buff and Shelga. So we'll just delay our burst till turn 4 here. And Sisney can LB. So we'll have Lena and Tyvis go first and then send the other two. So yeah, unfortunately we don't have no killer buff here. Okay, so Leftia can Elemental Burst Fire over on Sisney. Guess Kiraga and just refresh the Fire Imbue. Sounds good. So Sisney and Rem can, I guess, just chain this turn. So Bolting Strike 3 times. Rem can Bolting Strike 3 times. Actually, what's her stronger bolting strike skill? Probably Flying Daggers Plus. It's 250. And this is, what, 70? Yeah. We'll go with Flying Daggers Plus. And that can end with, I guess, just MP Drain. Sure. So, Tyvis and Lena can... What is this? It's 250. What's his other skill? 200. So yeah, just we'll do his modifier and then flame forward. And Lena can just I guess mirror of equity 3 times. So we'll just send Lena first, wait a sec, and then send everyone else. Yeah, I waited too long there. Okay, so a little bit of fixed damage. Nothing too bad. So Sisney this turn can... I just want to check. That's 200 for that skill and 250 here. Okay, so Elusive Fire twice, and then her store ability. Rem can... Let's see. She can just Bolting Strike a couple times. To chain with... Yeah, she'll Bolting Strike 3 times, then end with I'll Make You Proud for the store ability. Leftia can... I guess we can LB her this turn. Lena can Mirror of Equity a few times. And Titus can Mirror of Equity a few times to chain with Lena. So hopefully this should be an easy cap on this turn. Ooh, that kind of hurt a little bit. Do you want to check? We're not getting dispelled or anything as we go along, are we? Nah. Okay, so we will SLB Sisney, SLB Rem. Leftia can just heal a couple times and re-imbue fire just for whatever. And we can just Mirror of Equity 3 times with Lena and Tyvis. Actually, Tyvis needs to Bolting Strike 3 times to chain with Sisney. So we'll send Lena, Rem, and then the top 2. Okay, got it. It was a little tight there, but again, we didn't have a good killer buff. Alright, last stage. So this guy is a demon, so Sisney can LB, Tyvis can Bolting Strike 3 times. Rem can apply Demon Killer for everyone. Just a fire imbue for herself. That's not the right skill. So Demon Killer, fire stuff, Imperil, and end with Live On for the mitigations. Leftia can Elemental Power Fire on Sisney. We'll go for a turn 3 kill here. Stat buff and Shelga for the mitigations. Lena can Shifted LB for the break. And did we already queue tie this up for fire stuff? I forget. But yeah, you can. We'll do it. We'll go ahead and do his modifier first and then bolting strike twice. So again, Lena, Rim, then the other two. So some magic damage, doesn't hurt too bad. Alright, so fire imbue on everyone, heal, and just whatever. Protect Shelga again. Sisney can. We'll just bolting strike twice and end with her restore ability. Rim can do the same thing, pretty much. And we'll just match Sisney for ease of use. So flying daggers twice and then her restore ability. Tyvus can Mirror of Equity 3 times to chain with Lena. And Lena can Mirror of Equity 3 times. So we'll just send the back row and then the front row. Okay, so 63%. Hopefully we can burst that down. I think we can. So what was that? Some earth stuff. So was that just a straight up dispel on Leftia? Looks like it. But that's fine. Looks like it was just single target anyway. Yeah. Alright, so we will LB or SLB Leftia, whatever is available. Rem can SLB, Sisney can SLB. Tyvus will just bolting strike 3 times. And Lena can just whatever. Chain. I guess you could just use her break skill on turn 1 and save her LB for this turn, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll go, yeah, same thing, Lena, Rem, and then the other two. All right, and there we go. So, no Hyoh, no big powerful fields. I mean, decently powerful from Lena. More just slot efficient than anything, but no meta breakers or anything. So, that should be all missions. What is the duration of her field anyway? I need to check that. So, yeah, I mean, Sisney was the big carry there. But, I mean, she was getting the 100% amp from Leftia. So anyway, I mean, that at least kind of made the fight look like it was somewhat interesting. I mean, there was never really a huge threat anywhere. We, didn't need a tank or anything. But, yeah, like I said, I'm curious to check Lena's field, see what the duration is, because we went, I mean, she put it up on turn 1, and that was, so we had like at least, what, 6 plus 4, so 10 turns of that, her field. Okay, yeah, so it's exactly 10 turns for the Imperil, but it didn't really specify for the amp. Is that just, like, forever? I don't know. I guess I would require testing, but most fights don't last longer than 10 turns anyway. So, anywho, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I mean, it's been pretty dead for like a month now, it feels like. Aside from like farming Vision World and Clash of Wills, there really hasn't been a whole lot. But, got to try to keep it interesting, I guess. So, later.